What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Part 2. Most guys, at least that I know of, compliment other men in their heads but don't say it aloud so that way we aren't mistaken for being gay, which there is nothing wrong with. I compliment my best buds just to see their faces light up. I think more men need to get complimented on small things. It doesn't happen that often. Edit. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for the replies, they were a pleasure to read. We don't care how popular, or unpopular, you are with other women. So it shouldn't factor into how you value yourself when dating. Edit. Thanks for the gold internet stranger. Not sure if this is universal. But guys usually have least one pastime for which the process and ritual is just as satisfying, if not more so, than the outcome. One example is my morning espresso. If I'm making it, being interrupted or rushed is very disruptive. To the point where I'd rather not have started it. For others it may be washing the car, barbecue, or shaving. But try to mind when guys are doing something where the means are an end in and of themselves. Being able to fully invest in these gratifying rituals is fulfilling to a surprising degree. The desire to touch the top of the door frame is a primal one. I can't understand it. I just do it. Nice try, Audrey. I'm not telling you what I got you for your birthday. Men want to be wanted and desired too. I can count the number of times a woman has come out and either asked me out or told me she was attracted to me on one hand. And from my understanding that is a high number. We don't miss hints because we are dense or stupid. We miss them because we have learned the hard way that sometimes it's just a friendly compliment or some such. That embarrassment sticks with you. If you've ever looked at a dude and though wow he's attractive / I'd like to go out with him, go talk to him. Men love confident women. And even if he doesn't reciprocate, you will make his day. Or maybe even his year. Dudes can be crazy starved for touch. Or maybe just Americans, but generally if you wanna be there for your guy, scratch his head or like his back. Hold his hand. Put your hand on his leg. Do that thing where you guys lock arms / elbows when you walk. When I'm frustrated or in my own world stressing about money or what I have to do later that day, it really brings me back and grounds me to enjoy the moment with my girl. Take care of yo mans. Edit 1, comma. Edit 2. Thanks for the silver. Also, since this is getting a bit of attention, guys, tell your so's that you like the affection. Even if it's super awkward. Y'all deserve it. It can be a nice moment for the two of you. And girls, don't be afraid and think your guy is creeped out by it or that they don't like it. We probably need a second to process it. Edit 3, oh me god, thank you for a gold and a platinum. I'm happy so many people and relate, but sad cause a whole lot of dudes are in the same boat. Share the love. This earth is too small and goes too fast not to. I hope any couples reading the threads and talking can grow just a little bit closer from it. Edit 4, my last one, I promise. Some people have brought this up in the comments and so it's probably important to say at the top too. Some dudes aren't so dependent on touch and may actually be uncomfortable with it if done too much. Depending on their love language / how they show and appreciate affection. Just make sure to talk to yo mans and make sure you communicate on what feels good and comfortable for the both of you. Our aim isn't bad, it's just sometimes a weird spray. Guys can communicate in a series of head nods and grunts. X. Guy 1, waking down the street. Guy 2, nods head downward, maintaining visual contact with Guy 1's face to see his immediate expression. Guy 1, nods head downwards as well. Guy 2, lets out small sigh as he is passing Guy 1. Here is the breakdown of what just happened. Guy 1 and Guy 2 do not know each other, indicated by the downward head nod. Had they known each other, the nod would be in an upward motion and eye contact would be maintained. Guy 2 was trying to gauge whether Guy 1 was a friend or foe by looking at his immediate facial expression. Had Guy 1 furrowed his brow and not given the corresponding head nod, Guy 2 would know that he was a tango and wouldn't have given Guy 1 a sigh. Guy 1 nodded back. This indicates that he is indeed not an immediate threat and could be interested in Guy 2's next communion. As Guy 2 was passing, he gave Guy 1 a sigh. Now there are many different types of sigh, but is usually interpreted as an indicator of a long day or fatigue or frustration. Now this is a sign of weakness. And in a way a small sign of trust. You wouldn't tell a tango you are weak. And by doing that, that lets guy 1 know you are not a threat and are probably going to go get groceries or something lame. Now depending on guy 1's mood, he will either mentally empathize with guy 2's situation or forget about it completely depending on his next task at hand. If guy 1 took the side to heart, he will scrunch his bottom lip upward and his top lip downward while maintaining a blank expression. This lets guy 2 know he sends his condolences. Just a small lesson in the universal language of dudes. Guys like to be complimented too. Nothing makes my day more than having someone compliment me about something random like my shoes. My dad served in the Pacific during WW2. A kid from the Bronx. He had never been out of the Bronx in his entire life. Then he got sent to New Guinea. Decades later, as he lay dying in the hospital bed, he told us, as his young friends were being slaughtered by other young men. Just before they died, they always cried for their mothers. Never for their fathers. Always for their mothers. He said. They were just kids. Just kids being slaughtered by other kids. And then they died. In his arms. Their last words were always, "Where is my mother? Where is my mother? Where is my mother?" Never for their fathers. That affected him for his entire life. And Dad lived a long time. He was the lucky one. Guys have damned near zero ability to hold a grudge if an apology is genuinely offered and accepted. Hell. Most guys have a great friend in their lives that started out with some shitty misunderstanding but worked itself out. Women can nurse a grudge in ways most men cannot fathom. The mental struggle we have to go through to not scratch around our groin in a public setting. It'll take 100% of my willpower to not do it. The itching can drive me insane, yet the euphoria from actually scratching it is so good. I often imagine this must be what it's like scratching a dog's ears. Sometimes when we are walking, our balls hit our legs. Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. Every guy has, at one point, used their erection to hold up a towel upon exiting the shower with an unwanted erection. We all know who killed JFK. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you. It's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. I don't know about other guys, but I prefer measuring a certain aspect of myself in centimeters. There is an unwritten rule of bathroom urinal etiquette that is never taught to young men, but is somehow universally known. When a man enters a public restroom to pee in the urinal, he is to occupy every other available urinal from other urinating men. Meaning, the prime peeing positions are in urinals 1, 3 and 5 if that is available. 2 and 4 should only be occupied if there are no other choices. On hot days, our balls get stuck to our thighs and it feels like they've been bonded together by superglue. Sex isn't all we want in a relationship. I'd rather be with someone who understands me but only does it once in a while than someone who I have sex with every day but don't connect with emotionally and mentally. Some of us are into things like cooking, cleaning, makeup, fashion, etc. It doesn't necessarily mean we're gay. Please don't tell us to man up. A lot of us were constantly told that growing up whenever we tried to express ourselves, so you saying it will often bring up bad memories. Men can be abused. Men can be raped. Men also tend to be more suicidal because society tells us we're weak if we try to discuss these things. No, we don't enjoy being raped by a hot girl. And we often don't talk about it because people will often straight up tell us we're lying about it if we do. Scratching our nose during a hookup is actually a sniff test to see if we should go down. We're just as insecure as anyone. When we say, "I like boobs," you have no fucking clue how much we mean that. Edit *gold. Thank you. It humbles me that I can still get gold while joking on Reddit. Obligatory fuck the petty mods of r/roll20, r/news, r/relationships, r/relationship_advice, r/politics, r/just normal, r/just no family, and r/off Mitchest. You useless pieces of shit can eat my arse. No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. Sometimes we pee on the POO stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. We're rarely if ever complimented and largely taken for granted. A majority of us have shit luck on online dating or just dating. A lot of us are largely depressed or cynical about life. Very few of us have randomly nice things happen for us during our day. Men struggle with finding friends and friendship when they get older. Loneliness, acceptance, self-acceptance, and a lack of those three are some of the driving motivators for a lot of actions men do. We don't understand hints and be completely clear about what you want. We can't simply assume or feel the complete meaning just because you told us one or two things about it. When you think you are being clear, you are not being clear. At least 30% of the time a GF tells me about something I'm completely unsure what she really means. I used to think when I found a girl where that didn't happen she'd be the one. I now realize that approach is a surefire way to achieve lifetime bachelorhood. Only weirdos choose to piss in the urinal next to you when there are plenty of open urinals along the wall. Also, if we have to use the toilet to piss, we tend to piss on the side of the bowl to make less noise. We have the magical power of thinking about nothing. We love just standing with our hand in our pants, fondling our balls for an extended period of time while thinking about nothing. Thanks for watching.